Hey guys, in this video I am going over to Epic Mountain Gear with another one of the coaches, Rody, and he's going to mount up the brand new Atomic Decodes, which is a wonderful ski. It's kind of like a revived version of the Atomic Punk. He is an expert at mounting skis, and this is going to be a little bit of a kind of clinic, I guess, on how to properly mount skis, why we do stuff, the processes that kind of go into this. So if you guys enjoy content like this, like and subscribe, and let's get into it. All right, guys, we're here at, where are we at, Roddy? Epic Mountain Sports. And Roddy's about to mount up Epic Mountain Gear in Aurora. We're mounting up this brand new pair of Decodes. Roddy's so good I forgot my boot, so we're using this one.
It does say 288.
Okay.
It's 287. Just adjust the binding appropriately.
Yeah.
Once it's all mounted.
Sounds good.
4.1 to 9. So it's like your diameter and your length.
Okay.
So like this.
Nice.
4.1 by 9. So that's what we'll use.
Okay, it's nice. So leaving the instructions right on there for you.
And then, like what they do is they give you a mount point, you know, like a reco, and then they give you -1, -2, and then they'll normally give you like +1, +2.
Sure.
But what we'll do is we'll measure out center.
Yeah, see what actual center is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always so surprised that they don't mark like true center, because you'd think like with this being a park ski that that's just...
It would be nice if the factory did it.
Yeah.
And it's okay if they don't. What I normally do is I just measure the whole ski.
Yep.
You want to hold that. So true length, kind of like this, looking at 165 and a half.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it's a 167, probably when the ski is flat at length.
Yeah.
And then as they press it, camber plus tip tail. But then you can kind of do like this, and then you can flatten that end over there. And now we're pretty much
There's that 167, okay.
So if I do it like this, keeping it kind of semi-taut, half of 165 and a half is 80.
0.5.
0.75.
We're about to do some math.
Right.
Write down in the comments if you can do this faster than us, guys. What's half of 165?
165 and a half.
165 and a half. 165 and a half.
82.75. So there we go. 82.75. So their reco line is pretty close to center.
What? Where at?
So 80, 1, 2, and then
It's just barely in
0.75.
front of it, huh?
So if we go like this, half of 167, you know, 83 and a half, and then that puts you beyond the line.
Ugh.
So we might use reco.
Yeah. Okay. Or maybe just slightly in front of it? Or you think like that'll actually... Do you think I'll notice that? You think I'll notice?
No, I'm gonna look at
I'll either take the recommendation or slightly in front of it. I guess... Yeah. If you don't think I'll notice it, because I hate like the feeling of having a longer nose.
Totally.
It just feels weird.
So look, if I do it like this, you know, that's almost 83,
Okay.
right? Where if I do this, that's also right at 83.
Okay. Sure, follow your heart. Do it how you do it if I wasn't here and just ask you to center mount it. The last skis that you did for me have been great.
We get a different tape.
What do you think, guys? If you like more content like this, I can try and get in the shop for other stuff. I know I gotta get some boot work done. All right. Looks like Atomic's recommended mark is pretty center mounted, so that's good. I'm a big fan. Their recommendation on the bent 100s that I had, the bent 90s, was a little back of center. Didn't like that. Didn't like that. What are we looking for? Just kind of symmetry in the ski?
Right, because it's got a decent amount of, you know, tip rocker.
Yep.
So I'm just kind of looking at like middle of camber. I might use Reco.
Okay.
Recommended.
All right, W recommendation. Atomic, well done.
When you look at it like that, that looks like your nose is not longer than your tail.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So yeah, let's go Reco.
All right. All right, we're following the process, guys. We're not going Renegade. If you guys don't know anything about this ski, apparently Jazzy Wells worked with Atomic to kind of remake my personal favorite ski, the Atomic Punk, which is a lot skinnier, right? I think it's like 88 underfoot or something like that. I still use them. I still use them today.
It's also symmetrical.
Also symmetrical, yep.
Symmetrical.
Yep. Yeah. Wonderful ski. They had the coolest graphics on those too. Some of the loudest graphics I've seen on an Atomic Park ski, with like oranges and purples. All right. What are you doing now? Just taping the center line?
Yeah, just so I can get it to the edge for the jig.
Okay.
Down on top, you see the center marking there. Just over the tape.
Yeah, perfect.
That's putting me right in the middle of
Yeah.
my Reco line. Usually with your binding, you know, Strive 12, you always want to double check your hole pattern.
Okay.
Now your hole pattern is going to be here with your toe plate and then your heel. So we're using the blue markings on the jig
Okay.
and then the blue markings on the heel plate. So again, I'm just double checking to make sure everything is lining up properly, which is just good to do.
Yeah.
After you've done a couple or you're doing the same binding all the time, then it's a little easier, but
Yeah.
if you don't know or you're learning, you always try to have like a process of doing the same 5 steps
Yeah.
and then repeating those steps so that you drill once.
Makes sense. Yeah, for sure. Especially like because if you mess up your drill, like you can't just shift it a little bit.
Right. So I like where we are.
Yep, sounds good.
Just double checking my feet. Make sure that my feet are on the ski. That one of the feet is slipped off. And the jig will go on their diagonal.
Okay.
That's
Yes.
all stuff that
Okay. All right.
you
For
unfortunately have to fail to learn.
Yeah. Expensive mistake, right? I'm sure it only happens once or twice.
Right. All right, ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
All right. See, process is important, guys. Process prevents mistakes.
And we can't look at one of them. So one straight up, one upside down.
Yeah.
These lines should match.
Okay.
That tells me center
Right.
mount.
Center mount line here, center mount line here. This one's upside down. It's looking good.
So yeah, I like that. Jig didn't move. Looks good.
Sweet. Boom.
Take off your Jerry sticker.
Yep, thank you.
Just kidding.
All right. Now Roddy's putting some glue in there to protect the water from getting inside of the ski. Even though you said there's already stuff in there that prevents that to some degree, I guess.
Like the wood and the threading of the screw should hold the binding in place.
Okay,
Just
yes.
to help seal the hole, not let water in there. The water will weaken the core, which is what we don't want. That's when the binding tends to pull out.
Yeah. And that's the glue they're using. It's called Roo glue.
You could realistically use like wood glue.
Alright, got the base plates for the heel piece there. Got these gorgeous bronze strives. I think they match the ski kind of nice. Works with this kind of interesting theme.
Toe plate.
Okay.
There's a little arrow on it, so you know it goes forward. One of the other ones, it's backwards.
Okay. Okay. And you just get it until like it feels like it's not slipping, or like what are you looking for in the hand tightening?
Yeah. It's supposed to have a certain amount of torque. I think that it's like 16 pounds of torque or something like that.
Okay, yeah, and you guys don't have one of those little like beep 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 things?
We could, but
Yeah,
we didn't.
unnecessary. You've been doing this a long time. Alright, getting the toe piece on. Okay, they'll slide into place.
It's like here we're only using 7. So
Okay.
you don't strip it.
Okay. And is this 7 number, you think, universal across all drill kinds or just DeWalt products?
Well, it's probably across all drills, but you can change it.
Okay.
So like for most ski shops, they probably use 5 to 7.
Okay. And then a little hand tight after. And that just stops it from stripping the wood on the inside.
Right.
All right. And those slide in from the front.
So this is your forward pressure screw.
Okay.
This screw is meant to be flush with the plastic housing of the binding. That means you know that it's set properly for boot sole length.
Okay. And like, so I guess it's, since it's round, what do you mean by it has to be flush, like with what?
So the end of the screw here
Yeah.
will be flush with the plastic housing.
Oh, this bit right
So,
here. So
yeah.
this is gonna go all the way in?
Yep.
Okay. Oh,
So
when
if
it's
too far in,
okay.
that means you have too much forward pressure on the housing
Okay.
of the heel piece.
Okay.
So it's not going to release per the din that you're setting the binding.
Okay,
to.
so when this is clamped down, this is when you adjust it for flushness.
Right.
Okay.
Disengaged versus engaged.
Right. Disengaged. Engaged. All right. Hell yeah. We're
So
learning
if
so
it's
much.
sticking out, then you don't have enough forward pressure.
Yeah, and
on
you just.
and you'll come out early.
Okay.
Or you won't come out based on the din.
Yeah. Okay.
So then din, you know, we want to set
Right.
per rider height, weight, boot size, and ability.
Yeah.
Now because you're an advanced plus, then that's going to move it up.
Sure.
But based on like say your height versus your weight, so are you more than 150 pounds?
I'm not. No, I'm like 140 pounds.
140?
Yeah.
And then height? What height?
I'm 5'4".
Okay, so this is the right where you should be. So your ski code is J.
Okay.
Okay, so that means we're gonna come over to your boot length, which is 288 at J, 288. That means you're a 5 din at a basic level
So,
skier
yeah.
or a first level skier.
So this would be like the no matter what, that's the lowest it should be. Period.
And then intermediate level skier,
Okay.
advanced level skier, and then maybe advanced plus.
Cool.
So you should be somewhere between 8, 7, 8, 10 would be a lot. 10 would be something to where you're maybe more competitive. You don't want the ski to come off.
Yep.
But so 3 or 3 plus 3+ for me. A park skier is probably pretty decent.
Cool. All right. And when I was competing, right, because I was still pulling off skis, I'd have my DINs at 11, right? Now that I'm much older, my knees are much weaker, I actually want the ski to come off. So I think we'll probably go for a 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
And no matter what, customer skier can always request a certain DIN.
Okay.
You know, having skiers, basic level skiers, if they fall, the ski doesn't come off. That's when most people get hurt.
Yep.
Pro skiers, if their ski comes off, that will make them fall, and that's when they're afraid of getting hurt.
Right.
So they'd rather fall with the ski still attached than not.
Yep, for sure.
And I set mine normally at 9. But once you get to 50 or older, then they will knock you down one number.
Yeah.
They do that the same with kids, 9 and under. They'll figure out that number, and if they're 8, they'll take it down 1.
Okay. Cool. Makes sense, right? When you're super young and when you're a lot older, your knees probably aren't as strong as the average knee. Right, we're getting these done at 9. And a little bit of that hurts my pride a little bit, just because it means that I'm not as good as I used to be. But it's safe. And I'd rather have a lot of ski seasons without getting injured.
Right. Already been there, right?
Yeah, 5 times. Well, I guess not all of them were from skiing, so 3 times from skiing. We're trying to keep that 0 for the rest of our lives.
The other 2 was from your golfing career.
Yeah. Yeah, 1 from rock climbing and then 1 from downhill biking. Yeah, the climbing one was just from, I was bouldering and I jumped down and I landed on a lumpy pad. That one was lame. That was my least cool knee injury. The other ones I was at least doing cool stuff.
Okay, because your binding is grip walk compatible,
Okay.
you can have a rocker toe plate
Okay.
or flat,
Yep.
and the binding will self-adjust.
Really?
Other bindings, you have to adjust what is called the AFD, which is the contact point to
To
your
this?
sole plate.
And what, you would replace this piece or something? Or?
No, you would adjust the height mechanism
Okay.
of the toe of the binding.
All right.
But because it's grip walk bindings are, most of them have the adjustment built in.
Yeah.
Others you have to just adjust it, which is just gonna shorten or lengthen the height here.
Okay.
Because if your boot is flat on the bottom, this height will be
Right.
shorter or higher.
Okay. And there's like,
Shorter if it's flat.
there's no equivalent of this kind of stuff for the back of the boot, is there? Do they make them like walkier, friendlier, and then you got to do something with the heel piece, or?
It is a little different.
Yeah.
You'll see it's a little bit taller on the heel. So if you were going to replace these pieces to go back to a flat sole,
Yeah.
true alpine sole, you can't replace one, you got to replace them both.
Okay. And then for park, like, you recommend just a flat sole, right?
I don't think that it matters, but the flatter you are, more times the closer to the ski you are.
Okay.
And I would say
Right.
for like rail skiing,
Right.
that's where most people feel like they have more contact to grip or adjust.
Agreed.
The closer I can
Yeah.
get to the ski.
Totally, yeah. I remember a long time ago I had gotten like, it was my first time when I had frame bindings for AT skiing, and they were like this much higher off of the ski. They're like up here, and it just feels so awkward. Like, I don't know, I didn't like it at all. I like being right on the ski.
Right. Like a ski racer sometimes can be a little bit more elevated off the top of the ski.
Yeah.
Which gives them a higher angulation.
Right,
to get over on top of the
Okay. Sick. And we're all done then, huh?
ski. Tons up.
All right, guys. Well, that was Rody at Epic Mountain Gear, mounting up our skis the right way. So if you want to go get that done, come down here to their Aurora shop, and he'll do it the best for sure. All right, thanks, Roddy.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. All right, this is what the rigs look like, all mounted up. I'm loving the bronze colorway. Now we're gonna detune the edges here because I'm a park skier. I'm immediately taking these to rails. Okay, so I would have thought you would have done this with a file or some shit. That's how I would have done it back at home. What is this?
It's just a gummy stone. Feels like kind of like an eraser.
I never seen this before.
It's like
Okay.
I think it's graphite or something like that.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna have to throw some of that in my toolkit.
You can use a file,
Yeah.
you know, for those guys that are trying to, you know, do a lot of swaps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That'll just get you there a little bit quicker.
Sure, right. But also destroy your skis faster in the long term. We'll see. I would love like a 200 days out of these skis at least. That would be awesome. I'll probably get more because I'm old and I don't bang them up like I used to, but.
And I would probably just like hit the rail a few times.
Yeah.
Hit the rail,
Just straight.
take it down a little bit versus sometimes if you're filing on it, you're not going to get an even bevel all the way through with your file unless you're like someone who does that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I might just stand on the rail and have someone hold me while I shuffle my feet back and forth on it or something for a little bit. There's nothing worse than catching a rail on an edge on skis. And so, like, I see you got 3 different kinds. Are these all the same thing?
That one's a little bit harder, so if we wanted to kind of try to take it down a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, this is my first time seeing, like, this stuff here. Makes a lot more sense than using a file. Okay, and then this one's like way softer, I take it.
Right.
Hell yeah. Yeah, up on that ski, the junction right here between the rail and the ski had a little bit popping out, so Roddy's doing knee solid here and toning it down. Beautiful.